Everybody knows your name.
Welcome to the Warchant Man Cave Show. We are not at the Seven Hill Tap Room.
We're not, but it's opening. I promise.
It's very soon.
It's not a hoax. It's gonna happen.
Some people are starting to go, this place doesn't exist. You guys made this place up the whole time.
I've been inside of it. It's awesome. Whoa, hey now.
It will be awesome.
It's going to be incredible.
But we're at the Corner Pocket, which is still a beautiful place to be. Great to be here in Tallahassee. You can check it out on Appalachian Parkway. And also, we are sponsored by our friends at Jimmy John's in this cornucopia of plenty of sandwiches here, which I've had a couple so far, but they're hanging in there.
Bree,
Jeff.
I'll take one.
Oh, and here comes Bree, our friendly server.
Hi, Bree.
Sporting a very nice t-shirt, the Warchant.com t-shirt, which, by the way, we're going to have available at the Atlanta party this weekend. If you go to the Sweetwater
Just $39.99. You get your new Warchant shirt.
But here's the thing, while you built that up, Jeff.
Yes, please, thank you.
It is free if you're a Warchant member. If you're there, we've got free t-shirts for you. So Jeff built you up like, oh man, I'd like one. Oh, it's free. How about that? And I'm having a Sweetwater 420 because the party will be at Sweetwater Brewery. It's a beautiful thing down there.
All right, yeah.
Go ahead. I think there's a couple. I mean, the VIP are sold out, of course, but there's a couple general admission. You can still get AtlantaSeminoles.com, so check it out.
All right.
Now, Jeffrey, here at the Corner Pocket. First of all, we're missing an unmentionable. We're going to mention an unmentionable. David Piazza had surgery.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Dave's watching the show.
Okay?
So, Dave,
good luck,
he's
buddy.
doing well
Cheers
after
to you,
surgery,
man.
Dave.
Cheers. Yeah,
Miss you, buddy.
Hey, before we go any further, I did not start that Dalvin Cook rumor.
Oh, here we go.
Don't you do that. I did not do that. I merely noted that my inbox was blowing up over the Dalvin Cook rumor or whatever that was. I probably shouldn't have done that. I apologize. But I did not start that.
What? The internet took something you said out of context?
Well,
Jeff, say it isn't so.
Yeah, no, but somebody did, indeed. I did not start that. He's fine, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, everything's all right.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook, as far as we know, and I haven't heard anything
He's got a
otherwise.
bad hammy. I can report that. He's got a bad hammy.
Well, put it this way. When that rumor came out, he didn't practice yesterday. He sat out, and the rumor was out in the morning, so I don't know how he could have got hurt at practice.
Well, no, it turned out to be erroneous. I'm just saying that there were 45, must have been 50 emails to me inside of 5 seconds while I was on the air, and I just wanted people to know, I got your emails, I understand, I will look into it, and then I just kept talking, and all of a sudden it said, Jeff Cameron says.
Right.
And I appreciate that. It's flattering that anybody's listening, but, I mean, come on.
Okay, so we put that aside.
Yeah.
All right, I want to talk about this because FSU, halfway into the season, undefeated again, Jeff. It's unbelievable, Dave. Now, let me run through some of these. First of all, 6-0, won 35 of the last 36, 30 straight regular season wins, 28 straight in the ACC. And by the way, they're going to tie if they win Saturday, which they should.
It's 35 of the last 35, right?
Well, 35 of the last... No, regular season, 35 and 35. I would say 35 of the last 36.
Because you count the Oregon.
That Oregon nonsense.
Debacle,
but yeah, they could tie the record for the all-time ACC wins, which I never thought they'd do because they were so dominant in the 90s to get to that point. Now they're one game away from tying, and then obviously if they tie it, they're going to win it because they got Syracuse at home, and they will set the all-time record. That's amazing.
Yeah, because I think that we all agree that some of those teams in the 90s, outside of the 2013 team this year, thank you, Bree.
Yeah.
Outside of the 2013 team, I think we would agree that those 90s teams were perennially dominant. I mean, they were better than everybody else by far.
They were so much better than everybody.
Like, this current team is not that much
Well, neither
better.
was last year's.
Right. So this run is amazing because they keep finding ways to win.
Yeah.
And it's a testament to who they are, how well they're coached, the program he's fostered, and I'm not taking it away. You didn't think they'd get there because what we saw in the 90s was unprecedented.
Right.
14 straight top 5 finishes. That will never be done again by anybody, anywhere, any conference. I don't believe.
I think you look back at some of the great roles in any sports, not just college football. You want to talk about basketball, baseball, hockey, whatever. I mean, it's one of the greatest runs in the history of sports. I mean, it's unbelievable. And here's the thing, I don't think a lot of FSU fans appreciate what they're in the middle of right now. And I'm not going to...
I agree with that.
But, I mean, you don't realize how special this is because we're in the middle of it. And I look back, and I hate to compare it to Florida, but, I mean, remember Florida from that run? I think it was from 2006 to 2009. And they just thought, everything's great, we're going to keep winning Urban Meyer. Then all of a sudden, the bottom drops out, and they haven't been relevant since. And it can happen like that.
And you and I know, and I'm 44 years old, and you're older than me. I grew up going, and you like how I said there?
Thanks I was going to say, thanks for throwing that in there, just on the side.
I grew up going to games, and I watched the program be built, just like you did. And I saw this thing start from a nice little upstart program to a national contender to a title winner.
To a dynasty.
And what happens is you just get used to this product being so successful incessantly. And then when it goes away, you realize, oh, this isn't our birthright. This isn't something that just happens. And I get that the ACC is not great. Let's just admit it, it's not. But at the same time, if it were so easy to win this many games and all the other conferences and ups and downs and then it would be done. But it's not done.
Yeah. Florida
State has established something that's truly unique and exciting, and people should embrace it and understand that it goes away. This too will go away. It will pass.
I know.
We will have another downturn. It's going to happen in our lifetime. We're going to have seasons in which we lose 4 and 5 games.
Say it isn't so, Jeff.
It'll happen.
But some people can't even conceive of
that. But that
right
will
now.
happen. So appreciate this right now. Yeah.
But they've done so well. What do they need to do to get that kind of elusive dynasty status? What do you think in your mind?
Another title.
At least another title. I think if they can win the next 2 years, another title, because I think at that point.
You win a national title in 2016 or 17. I like next year. Yeah.
I'm not going to say this year. I'll say next year. I think they might be poised.
Well, I'll tell you one way you get there is to somehow get into the playoff this year. Like, who would have guessed in a transitional season?
If you get in the playoffs this year and then win a national,
yeah. So you would have had a title, a playoff appearance, and a title.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here, folks? Yeah, at that point, definitely. And double-digit wins every year and all that stuff, yeah.
And that's where you get really special. Now, on the other side of things, we got to talk about this, Jeff, because it's one of those crazy things that happened in college football. I'm talking about what happened Michigan State, Michigan last week. And,
hard to fathom.
I look at it this way. When you see something like that happen, first of all, as college football fans, we sit there amazed that that happened. But are you, like, laughing at the fans, or are you, like, going, man, I can empathize with that, because if that were to happen to Florida State, I can't imagine how devastated I would be.
I think there's a universal understanding that your emotion and your, in some cases your money, are tied into a program, and your love for them is real, right? You genuinely care deeply about your institution, and I can respect that across all lines, right? So I don't care anything about Michigan, but I know what it is to be a fan. I know what it is to be an alumni. I know what it is to care deeply about a school, and to see a game in like
against your rival. It's just nuts. Like
now, it is also funny when it's not your school, but
that's what I'm saying. There's some pleasure out of it, but you see that.
But like the football gods are watching. Don't take too much pleasure in that. Hey, Michigan's the same school that had Cordell Stewart throw a ball 70 yards in the air for a touchdown on the final play. Colorado, Michigan. Go look that up on YouTube, you youngins. I mean, that's a crazy way to lose a game. They've found ways to lose games that are amazing.
Well, FSU's had maybe not something that crazy. I mean, had the wide rights. Obviously, those were painful. And we'll talk about it in a minute, but the Marcus Sims game, the last time FSU played in Atlanta, was one of those kind of like really painful that you absolutely had won. And you lost on a fluke at the end of the game.
The difference is, though, had Georgia Tech's quarterback not gotten hurt, Florida State would have gotten blown out by 30 in that game. He goes down. They bring in that inept backup. Florida State begins the comeback. Jermaine Thomas runs wild in that game. He takes himself out of the game, which, anyhow.
Come on, buddy. Suck it up. One more play.
Then we get the fumble. By rights, we probably should not have been in that game.
You say that about their quarterback, but when you run that system, you're exposing your quarterback. That's part of the game.
I'm saying we were not going to stop him. We were diving at the feet of the center, Gene. We were diving at the feet of the center.
I got you. That was a good move by Chuck Amato there. Let's take out the center on that.
Oh, man.
And the last thing I want to talk about with this is, I get you put your heart and soul into your team, you're passionate about it, but at some point, it's over the top. We have video here we're showing of the Michigan gentleman who is
weeping.
Yeah, it's not going to be on there, but they're seeing it on TV. You're our age, you're crying. That's too much, buddy.
It's football.
Get a life, buddy.
It is football.
They're put it in perspective. Yeah,
But it's football, man. Hey, I love football. I love my school. I love my team. It's football. You got a wife and kids and a wife. I mean, what are we doing here?
Listen, we talked earlier off air about someone we were in our 20s. We had some moments we were not really proud of. We got too emotional.
95.
But that guy's not in his 20s. This guy's in his 40s or 50s, and he's sitting there crying. Come on.
Sometimes you can lose a game in such an absurd fashion as to just laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done in that moment, but I'd like to believe that I would have just chuckled and said, "Are you effing kidding me? Did that just happen? Are you serious?" And I also would have said, as I walked out of that stadium, "Enjoy it right now, Michigan State, because Jim Harbaugh ain't going nowhere."
Yeah, that's true. That might be the last hurrah.
And that'll be the last hurrah for a while. That's you know what I'm saying?
What it is.
Yeah.
Well, one last thing on this subject. Let me ask you about this because I'm curious your answer to this because I think I know what I answered. Let's take Florida, Miami. Okay, put yourself in Michigan State. Would you rather beat them on a play like that, knowing how much schadenfreude you'd have at their expense? Or would you just rather blow them off the field?
I'd rather blow them off.
Really? You'd rather have 97 Miami, you like to blow them out?
Yeah, 47-0.
Just emasculate them.
Yeah, to totally humiliate,
it's
embarrass.
More pain for them the other way.
I just like the idea of being able to look at them straight-faced and say, you aren't even worthy of being on the same field as our football team.
I get that, but to me, I'm different. I'm going to go the different direction because I remember, I'm thinking about the 2003 PK Sam game.
Oh, yeah.
They were so upset, and they kept making these excuses for the official and everything. To me, that was more satisfaction for me as a fan that hates Florida
fans. The best ever is Mick Hubert. PK Sam! God! Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. No, it's an incredible play. It's Chris Ricks' shining moment. The fourth and whatever.
To play to Dominic Robinson. Yeah, those two best passes of his career.
Proud of him that day.
Yeah, well played.
Good on you, Chris.
Well played. All right, last thing, memory lane. Talking about some of the great. That's the thing is, FSU Georgia Tech don't play that often, which is a shame. But that's another subject.
That series 14 and 11-1. It's like a really close.
We know it's
all those games from 1903.
Yeah. Georgia Tech was a powerhouse back in the 1940s
they once beat
or whatever.
Like Cumberland 200 or Stony Brook or somebody 222 to nothing.
The Heisman, John Heisman.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a Georgia Tech guy.
A long time ago, they mattered.
Yeah. So there were some great games up there. That's the thing.
92 is the
92.
greatest.
I want to talk about that, man. They were down 21-7. That's one of the games I got a little out of hand when I was younger. That was something. Charlie Ward, very early in his career.
It birthed the Kentucky Derby offense. If you want. I will tell you this. I was a counselor working for Appalachian Center for Human Services. I'd only been in Tallahassee for a year and a half. And I was, because I was there from 4 to midnight working as a counselor, I'm watching that game. I actually got there like middle of the day and was getting ready for my shift. That game's on in the background. I had given up on the game. We had lost the game. I was so angry. I thought, well, no, we lost this one. I can't believe we lost this game. And then the onside kick and everything else. That's one of the greatest moments in Florida State football history because it birthed the 90s dominance.
It really did. That was the beginning. It's funny, I've talked to, way back when I talked to a guy who's a huge Georgia Tech fan. And you got to remember, up to that point, they were pretty good. They were consistently a very well-respected program.
Them and Virginia were both very good at that time, early 90s.
But he said that was the beginning of the end because they took, that kind of killed the program. They have never been, they said that devastated the program. They haven't been the same since. I don't know if it's all in one game, but
damn shame.
Big game. 2000, obviously Chris Winkie, that was quite the game there. Winkie threw for 443 yards in 2000.
Was that Joe?
Burns was a running back, but I forget who. Hamilton, Joey Hamilton.
Joey Hamilton.
Yeah, so
they actually had a chance to win that game.
Yeah, they did. So that was a nail biter, and then of course, again, the Marcus Sims game, 2008. We just call that, but that was the last time up there, Jeff. So time to exercise some of those demons. Yeah,
we won the last two against them, including 37-35 in the ACC championship game. I don't know why that place bothers me. Atlanta bothers. I don't know if it's just that there are way too many guys there for that.
All those engineering students, sexually frustrated
They're just guys
students.
doing math all the time, and that's great. But I don't know what it is, but they hate us. They're very hostile towards us. I've been in that stadium when they cheered a Florida State injury.
Yeah. I remember the last time. No, I was the time we won before that. I think Crow Thorpe went off on a big time.
Yeah.
And I remember I was sitting not too far from the band. And I remember the band, Marching Chiefs, were continually pummeled by beer cans and ice and stuff the whole game. They were vicious towards our band.
We played a night game there in the 90s in which we scored a touchdown. And one of the great moments is that the Florida State cheerleading squad and the guys that carry the flag ran past their end zone and slapped them in the face with the FSU flag as they ran by. It was the most glorious thing I've
never heard that before. That's
yeah, it's glorious. Yeah,
I like that. Well played, Flag Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we come back in the Warchant Man Cave Show, we got to talk about a little denial going on in Gainesville. Last week we talked about the whole Will Greer situation. They're not accepting that very well down in Gainesville.
I don't think he used steroids?
No, we're going to talk about that next.
Cheers.
Average wait time at Jimmy John's is 2 minutes 8 seconds.
Freaky fast.
Among Jimmy John's key competitors, it's 5 minutes 33 seconds. Every time we serve a customer in store, we save America 3 minutes 25 seconds. Multiplied by our average of 180 in-store customers a day, times 2,300 stores and counting, times 365 days, that's a heck of a lot of time saved each year for America. We know you'll use it well. The average wait time at Jimmy John's.
One's mine.
Boom, we're on.
Hey, we're on. Welcome back to the Warchant Man Cave Show.
Cheers.
We're giving out Jimmy John's chips all over the place
Hey,
here. No,
throw
that's
chips.
mine. That's mine.
Throwing chips. Gonna make a play. Oh, we got an open
Oh,
receiver.
there go my chips. Jeff Cameron just threw away
Who
my
wants
chips.
it? Who wants one? You got
Jeff's
it?
having a good
You're
time
a
here
Gator.
with the Unmentionables.
Get the hell out of
No,
here.
Gators get no chips.
Here we go. Oh. Boom! Plays are being made here, kids. All right, here we go.
Well thrown, Jeff.
Small window, baby. Small window. Here we go.
Having good times here in the Warchant Man Cave Show at Corner Pocket Bar and Grill on Appalachian Parkway. We got Shug's got 2.
Yeah, no, everybody's
Tiffany's
good.
got 2 chips, man.
He
The
thought
Corner
I
Pocket staff is rolling in the chips here.
He thought I made a fat chip.
Oh, my chips came
there's a
back to me.
catch.
Thank you.
We got another. Anybody?
Of course, Jimmy John's. No, stop throwing my chips all over the bar.
Man, all right.
Man, Jeffrey. Now if I even get those back, how are those chips?
No, they're done. Those chips are done.
They're toast.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy John's, freaky
I was
good,
trying to hit
freaky
that
fast,
gator in the
freaky
face.
fast, and apparently freaky flying chips all over the bar.
People are happy.
Yeah, they are. You're just helping the crowd.
I am. That's what I do, baby.
All right, let's talk about the denial and delusion going on in Gainesville. We all know about Will Greer getting tested positive for steroids, suspended for a whole calendar year, not just a season.
For cheating.
For a full calendar year. Now, first of all, there's some nonsense going on. First, the attorney for him. Did you see the tweet by his attorney?
Well, attorneys usually are.
Yes.
I know you have a law degree.
Yes.
But attorneys are usually fond
The
of
attorney
nonsense.
says, Gator Nation, you can rest easy. All will be taken care of on his appeal.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
so there's a lot of confidence going on there. They are
Let's
very
hear.
good
Let's
about
hear.
that.
How's this going to happen?
Well, let's see. First of all, they're taking
Refute
matters
the
in their own
steroids.
hands.
Shane, do you need a drink?
Yes, I do need. What is a good suggestion here?
Two-hearted bells.
We can't go wrong with the bell. Yes. Actually, no, because we're going to feature a different beer here in a minute. So let me go to. I'll go to the Oktoberfest Yingling.
Good one. It is the festivities of the season.
Yes, it is Oktoberfest. I'm wearing the Oktoberfest shirt, and it's our featured beer. So I think that's the way to go.
Good after that.
The Gator fans have taken matters in their own hands. They have started a petition on change.org. Have you seen this?
No.
Yes.
No.
Already
I
have
have a life.
already have
Gene.
19 over 19,000 fans have signed in there
I'm
to
sure they
get
do.
rid of the
Testing process. Get rid of the testing
Let us
procedure.
end us. Yes, steroids would now be legal. They want in Gainesville.
It is rather remarkable that he
We're
got
showing
busted.
that
He
to
must have
him.
been overt.
Yeah, there we go. There it is.
Yeah.
19,444 supporturs. And look who signed up. The idiot.
Idiot
48.
48 at gator.org. That's good. All right, so can you tell me what's the basis for their
I don't know if there
denial?
really is a basis. Well, first you hear the whole,
Anger?
well, it was an
The
accident.
basis for this is
He-
anger.
He just rolled into his neighborhood GNC and got steroids, apparently,
see.
and it just by accident.
Every 18, 19, 20-year-old kid wishes that were true,
Yeah,
right?
that happens.
Just
Well,
grab
now
yourself
that-
some.
Of course, you have to have the T-shirt, right?
Yeah,
When you're
sure.
trying to do that, let's see the T-shirt
Let's
now.
see
Let's
it.
roll it
Jerry,
out.
let's go.
Let's roll it out. There you go. Free Willy. Free Willy. Yes.
Oh,
Support
my.
Will Greer and his steroid use by buying T-shirts.
The shirt wasn't creatine. It was very popular for a long time. Creatine was. Androstenedione, perhaps, Willie. I don't know.
What was it? The deer antlers. That's probably what it was.
Yeah,
right?
it was spray. It was
Yeah,
spray.
that was
was
spray. That must have been what it is.
yeah. That's used to be what made Ray Lewis so angry.
Well, I'm going to read this here. You'll like this. We all love Wikipedia. And Tennessee fans decide, every athlete has a Wikipedia page. So apparently a Tennessee fan got in and altered Will Greer's Wikipedia page. I'm just going to read this. I'm going to really put it up here. In the fourth quarter of his college career against the Tennessee Volunteers, he used steroids to become a key player in the Gators' 28-27 comeback victory. The Gators were down 27-14 with 5 minutes left, and he used his steroids to throw 2 touchdown passes and take the lead. One of those touchdowns being a 68-yarder to Antonio Callaway on a 4th and 14 that he would not have completed without steroids. Yes. Well played, Tennessee fan.
Oh my! How long will that last? That's
Yes,
good.
I think they got that out of there, but it did last to the point that someone took a screenshot of it and said this is it. So Wikipedia, you gotta love it. I do not right now have the Yingling beer, so let's go on to the next segment. Hopefully I'll have my Yingling here before that.
It doesn't matter. You can tell everybody about.
All right, we'll talk about that. It's an Oktoberfest beer. We're celebrating Oktoberfest.
Oldest brewery in America.
Yes, that is a good
Out of
key
Pennsylvania.
trivia.
Yeah,
Yes, even
yeah.
though they have a brewery down in Tampa, when you're drinking Yingling here, you're getting probably the Tampa.
Oldest oldest brewery out of Pennsylvania.
Yes, that's true. They do have the oldest brewery, the one that is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And they put out a good product. I really do. It's an amber. It's a light. Yeah, I don't know if you'll like it. It's kind of a little lighter, not very hoppy. So I don't know if it's your thing.
I'm not going to rip it or
enjoy
anything like that. That's your thing.
I enjoy that very much.
Yeah. I've been to Scranton, Pennsylvania, by the way. It's where the Office.
That's The Office, one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite shows.
You go by Dunder Mifflin while you're there?
I did, and I also have been to a wedding there, which is amazing to think that I've been in a wedding in Scranton.
Wow.
But it's a city that shut down in 1968. Completely shut down.
Another trivia fact I don't know about.
There you go.
Why would it shut down?
Because it used to be a coal mining place. Coal mining went the way of the dodo, and now it's just basically, it's like the time stood still in Scranton. If you're in Scranton watching this, God bless you.
Jeff is all about little key facts here. We're learning history
I'm well traveled, but I've been to Scranton. There you go, buddy.
All right, well, we got to talk about our opponent coming up here, and it's, our favorite coach, the Chop Block guy, Mr. Chop Block.
Yeah.
So let's first of all, why is, I think
Florida State's going to beat the brakes off of
when
Georgia
I was at the
Tech.
ACC meetings,
You say that.
ACC Media Days up in North Carolina, and you go around and you get to interact with some of the other media, some of the things, and it was universal that Paul Johnson is the most disliked coach in the ACC.
Oh, easily.
But let's talk about
other
why.
Media right.
Let's first talk about obviously the chop blocking. Nobody likes the fact that they do this, and they're
antiquated system, frustrating. There he is. And he's hard to like, man. He's hard to like. When he was at Navy, he insulted all workers of, I would say, blue collar guys. He basically had ripped people that worked at fast food restaurants, ripped other. He's
what?
Go look at that.
Not that I'm surprised.
He's not a nice guy. He's not a nice guy. Yeah.
You know what's awful about this? After his flukish last year when they had a good season, they signed him to another, I think it was a 5-year extension at over $3 million a year.
Hey, listen.
For that buffoon.
Hey, go look up their basketball coach is still getting paid.
And look at right now what their record is. Look at their record right now. It's Georgia Tech administration going, ooh, maybe we shouldn't have done that.
They have a history of overpaying coaches for long periods of time, being stuck in a contract and then being screwed when they want to make a change.
But yeah, you're right.
For such a school of intellect. It's remarkable.
It's that gruff disposition, obviously, that plays into it too. And I'm curious. Last thing I want to wrap up with here before we go to our beer pong, and I know we're awesome at beer pong, so we're going to have quite the contest out there.
I don't think so.
No, we grew up with quarters, so we're not going to be so good at that.
We don't know what the hell we're doing with beer pong. I'm just going to throw a ping pong ball.
Other fans, obviously Paul Johnson. I think it's, like I said, universal most disliked coach in the ACC. Other coaches in the ACC, you don't really have a fondness for.
Cutcliffe.
Yeah.
The limp fish, ridiculous ass, can't handle getting his ass beat on a regular basis. That bothers me.
But I think he's a good coach.
He's a great coach.
Obviously, but
he's a great coach.
You don't have to be an ass.
He can't handle losing.
No.
And he hates losing to Jimbo for whatever reason. And Jimbo has respect for him.
But he should lose. It should be like you're Duke. You're not going to beat Florida State. Come on,
bless your heart. You've done an amazing job. You're lucky to be reasonably relevant.
The only reason you've been relevant that is because you're in the Coastal.
Yeah, no, I give him credit. I think he's a great coach. His history says he's a great coach. He just cannot handle losing to Jimbo for whatever reason.
And I'd say Bobby Petrino only because of the off-the-field shenanigans.
A little shaky? You think he's a little shaky?
Not exactly
you think he may be morally bankrupt?
Not exactly the great father-husband type. Other than
you sure about that?
Yeah, other than that.
Hey, man, get on the bike.
Another guy's a good coach.
Oh, man, he's fun.
I'm not so sure about Dave Clawson either. I wasn't really.
Oh, really? I like Dave.
Do you?
I
really like his old shenanigans during the.
No, he's annoying, but I like Dave. I
don't know about him.
No, Dave's
I gotta wait a couple more years.
Yeah, you'll like
Dave.
Dave's solid. Dave's all right. Yeah.
There's some coaches I think I've grown to like, and I'm going to start with Dabo Sweeney. I couldn't stand him. Come on.
Jesus, what are you doing?
You dislike? How can you dislike Dabo?
He's a child.
He is, but you dislike children?
He's a little. When they're grown men, he's a little girl, chest bumping in his sweatshirt, dancing like a clown.
But he's that funny buffoon you're out with.
Okay, so you like him because you like to laugh at him at Thanksgiving when the uncle comes over and he's hammered at noon.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes, it's that. There you go. I like Dabo. Sure.
I think another guy like Steve Adazio.
He is harmless. I don't hate him personally. It's funny.
Steve Adazio, I like. I have a lot of respect for him as a coach, and I like his personality. I think he's a good guy.
I talked to Adazio at the ACC meetings. That guy's solid.
He's a guy I like to sit at the bar and talk football with.
Me too. Yeah. I like Steve Adazio. I may have done that.
So we're gonna.
I like Steve Adazio. solid guy. Yeah.
And I know, not just because we want him to retain his job, but, my interaction with Al Golden, I like him. I think he's a good guy.
I talked to him on an elevator the first year he was at Miami. We were at the ACC meetings, and I talked with him there. Nice guy, super nice guy.
And
the Rob Lowe car salesman thing.
Renew his contract.
Yeah, that's him.
He's a good guy. He runs a clean program. You're not going to be any better.
Bless his heart.
You can fire him, it's not going to matter. You're not going to be any better than he is now.
Bless your heart. There you go, Al.
Jeff,
there you
throwing
go.
up to you. Wow.
Oh, it's in love of Al.
You go there, right?
No, I don't care about the Al. We love you, buddy. Hang in there, buddy.
A for Al.
Yeah. Oh, that's Utah.
Oh, yeah. That's the new. Don't you know that the new U is Utah?
Oh, well, sure.
Yeah, they've taken that over.
They win.
And they deserve it. Yeah, absolutely. So,
bless your heart, Al.
So we're in agreement on at least Adazio and Al Golden. You're not so much a Dabo right now.
Well, I just think he's a buffoon. I mean,
I don't dislike buffoons.
Here's what I'll tell. No, that's true. Here's one thing I'll tell you. He is, as the head of a program, he has done a remarkable job. He recruits exceptionally well. They win a lot of games.
Hires good assistants.
He hires good assistants, as he has to. He has done a great job. He's just laughable. That's all I'm saying. He's very laughable. As in a cartoonish sort of, I can't take you serious way.
But I don't dislike cartoons or laughable. That's why I don't really understand the disdain here from Mr. Sweeney.
But if we were having an intellectual discussion about the direction of a country, Dabo Sweeney would not be involved in that discussion.
So all of your friends that you hang out with are like all about that.
You're right. Dabo is my comic relief. You are correct. That is correct.
All right, there we go. We'll put it at that. But no, the other guys were down
Cheers, Dabo. Gene loves you.
All right, Dabo.
All right, there it is.
You're my boy. I want you to come to the Man Cave Show.
Dance some more, buddy. Go ahead.
The Man Cave Show here before the Clemson Florida.
He might do it.
Come here and dance for us. We'll put you on. We'll give you a segment on the Warchant report.
Please, just dance
Come
about
on here, put the silly hat on, do a little jig.
That's right. Wear your sweatshirt and chest bump.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Warchant Man Cave Show. We're going to hit the outside and do a little beer pong here in a minute. Thanks to Jimmy John's. Load up on them this weekend. You get some nice things like this, Jeffrey. You can just order that whole thing like that. And thank you, Corner Pocket and the 7 Hill Tap Room, coming to you very soon in Tallahassee. Good night, folks.
What's not to love about the Corner Pocket Bar and Grill? The Corner Pocket is Tallahassee's home for the best of the sports world. NFL, NCAA, MLB, and NBA. The games are always on. The food is always fresh, and the drinks are always cold. And now games are even bigger and brighter with the Corner Pocket's new state-of-the-art Vegas wall, featuring 8 brilliant 55-inch HD TVs showing the biggest games. Whatever the season, check out the Corner Pocket's Microbar, serving up the freshest craft brews for you and your friends. Be sure to drop in for Beer Bingo Tuesdays, weekly dart tournaments, daily poker tournaments, and Saturday sit-and-goes. From golden tea to garnet and gold, the Corner Pocket has everything inside its bar and outside on the full-service deck. Before the game, call and ask about tailgate and party specials. The Corner Pocket will serve up your favorite foods hassle-free. Call 850-574-2724. That's 574-2724. The Corner Pocket has it all. Drop by for happy hour today. You'll see why Tallahassee loves the Corner Pocket.
Back to the Warchant Man Cave Show, sponsored by Jimmy John's. Freaky good, freaky fast, freaky fresh. And we are here at Corner Pocket. We're outside the palatial patio out here, having a good time, playing some beer pong on the Jimmy John's table. Look at this beautiful stuff right here. I got it right off the bat saying Jeff and I didn't exactly grow up. This wasn't our thing back in the day.
This was not us.
That's one thing I want to ask you about. I'll let you go first here, but go ahead and get Jeff. What are some of the other games you played back in college?
Quarters, man. I mean, we're both old. It was quarters, right? I mean, some sort of chandelier thing or something along those lines. We also played just Let's Drink. It's not really a game. It was just called Let's Drink, yeah. Oh, we're off the rim.
All
right.
Another shot.
Boom!
Nope.
Boo! Terrible. Somebody
start doing picks as I get some shots here. Here we go. All right.
Clemson minus 6.5 at Miami. Are you intrigued, Gene?
I'm going to go the upset here, the Canes. I took them last week and they won. You thought I was...
Yeah, you did. I'm going to go ahead and take Clemson to win and win big. I'll take Clemson and give the 6.5. We're 0 for Utah at USC. Oh, no. USC favored by 4. What are we doing here? USC is favored over Utah by 4. You buying that?
I'm all about Utah on this one.
USC
is fraudulent.
Yeah, I'll take Utah as well. Can we make a shot? God,
nope,
dog,
we're not very good
terrible.
at this.
Oh my God! I'm not even hitting the cup. This could be a long night.
All right, Tennessee, Alabama next. If we make a shot, we're actually supposed to be drinking.
But 15 to Tennessee. Hey! Here we go.
Come to the board meeting next month and help us plan for that.
What's the line of that one?
15.
Woo! Give me Tennessee.
I'll take Alabama and I'll give
Really?
them 15. Here we go.
Really?
Texas A&M at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is favored by 5.5. I'm going to take Texas A&M. Thank you, Bill.
I got the SEC overrated bowl.
Yeah.
Because those are the two
teams-
most
yeah.
overrated
I'm gonna
teams
take
in college
Texas A&M.
football right there. I'm with you too, A&M on that.
Christ's sakes.
Ole Miss is awful.
Oh, this is. Woo! Shame.
Hammer.
Boo! I can't make a shot.
Here we go.
So you took Texas. You took Texas A&M.
Yes, I did.
All right, me too. Oh, look at that catch! Hands, people. All right, finally, FSU minus 5.5 is get Georgia Tech. I got FSU winning big. FSU by 21 plus.
How can that? And let me ask you this, Jeff, because you follow this gambling stuff. How can that line be that small?
No respect. They hate us, Gene. They hate
But
us.
Vegas doesn't hate. Vegas wins money.
Cheers. We suck at this game. He wins.
There you
Oh,
go.
here, I'll drink out of the good stuff. Oh, missed that one.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning into the Warchant Man Cave Show. Had a great time here at Corner Pocket tonight with my friend Jeff Cameron. Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 on
97.9.
ESPN Radio,
Yeah, that's right,
97.9. You can catch him. You're going to be here Saturday night, right, for the game
Yeah,
watching
we'll
party.
be here, right here at Corner Pocket.
So if you're in Tallahassee, coming down, see Jeff Cameron, game watching party. Thanks for tuning
You'll
in
see me yelling
tonight,
at TVs, folks. That's
Thank you,
all.
Jimmy Johns. Thank you, Corner Pocket, and go Knowles.